That's not a knife. This is a knife. You guys saw that Crocodile Dundee movie, I'm sure. I love that part. But you know you're an 80s or 90s kid when you know that movie. Anyways, guys, Joe Cardon here. I am excited to see you guys today. I'm here at the Cardon Holster Shop, and I just made a fun new little item for a buddy of mine over at Scar Blades. And I'll go ahead and show it to you right now. That item is this Scout style sheath. I just, whipped up for Scar Blades. Definitely a fun little item. And it is on a fun, super fun knife. I don't know if you guys have seen Scar Blades stuff yet, but honestly, it is. I'm just push this off with one hand. It's a little tough because it's brand new. I'm going to carry this thing with my chin. Yeah, buddy, right there. As you can see, it's got a little bit of leather dust in there from me sanding stuff and everything. But dudes, check this blade out. Isn't that cool? Papa Bear Scar Blades. Man, that's freaking bad, dude. 1/4 inch steel with micarta handles. Obviously, you've got the full tang here, and man, is this thing a beast. You do not want to get in the way of this thing when it is whipping through the air, believe me. Scar Blades sent this knife down to me so I could manufacture a holster sheath for them to take a look at. I'll jump into that sheath there in a second, but man, check that blade out. Whoa, holy freaking cow. It is razor sharp and ready to play, man. What I love about this knife is actually designed by my friend John Luthi. He's a good buddy of mine. He served multiple tours overseas in Afghanistan and Iraq. And honestly, he designed this knife as kind of a survival knife. It is pretty much like a friggin' hatchet and a knife combined. But what's really cool is you can get a lot of leverage on this thing for chopping when you choke up in the back, but you can also get a good grip for, combat type stuff or even just any ordinary day-to-day tasks. There's a great jimping here on the back of it, and you can even choke up even more for a lot more fine, work. If you're going to be skinning something, there's a really good belly on this thing. Honestly, the Papa Bear is well suited for many, many different tasks, and it's just a great knife all around. For those of you especially that like a good-sized blade, you are really going to love the Papa Bear, made by Scar Blades up in Idaho, my home state. Definitely love the fact that these guys are producing super high quality blades right here in the United States. This knife is money. But I wanted to show you a little bit more of what I've got going on for this knife. It is a Scout style sheath for this knife. Honestly, this sheath is like no joke. Check out how well built this thing is. It's very nicely burnished, super beautiful, high quality leather made from the greatest manufacturer in the United States. I have this stuff sent directly to me, and I pick out the best pieces of leather to make my stuff with. Nothing comes out of my shop that's made from junk. It's all the best leather you can buy. And honestly, these snaps and all the hardware that I put on here is great as well. This holster is going to last you a very, very long time. As you can see here, it's definitely well designed as far as how heavy built it is. I've made it so that there's a leather spacer in here to protect the threads, to just give it a little bit more rigidity. And also I made it deeper than where the threads are there. And I also constructed it with some steel bolts that are just in there to also protect it in the end from catastrophic failures, obviously. For those of you who don't know what a scout style sheath is, basically this runs along the small of your back, and your belt goes through under, in between here, and it's just gonna basically, it's hard to demonstrate while I'm holding this thing, but yeah, you'll pull it from the small of your back. The knife's going to be facing parallel with with your belt, with your waistline. So it's relatively non-cumbersome. I think it's a great way to carry if you're out and about doing a lot of outdoor stuff. It's great. You're not going to have the knife flapping and slapping against your leg as you're walking around places. I'm sure those of you who've messed around with fixed blade knives have had a holster sheath that does that, and it's just really annoying. But like I said, this is molded directly for the Papa Bear knife. It's made out of the best leather in the USA. It's made right here in the old Cardon holster shop. And it is going to serve you very well alongside this Papa Bear knife. Guys, stay tuned for more details about knife sheaths to come. I'm definitely going to be delving a lot more deeply into knife sheaths moving forward, as well as holsters, obviously. But these knife sheaths, I think, are going to be something that will be a large part of Cardon holsters in the future. Go check out Scar Blades, guys. These guys are the real deal. They're great guys that have a lot of similar interests to you and I. They love guns, they love the USA, they love knives, and they make amazing products. Like, who doesn't want an amazing product made by an amazing person? So check those out. My personal favorite so far from their knife line, I only own one right now, and that's the Grizzly knife. But it's just a small, very easy to carry knife that I like to take with me when I'm hiking because it's not super heavy. It's like about a 3-inch blade. But we're talking about the Papa Bear today, right? So I'll jump off my soapbox about the Grizzly. Guys, stay tuned for these. You are going to want to have one of these in your arsenal. The next one I'm going to put on here is also going to have a fire starter striker component to it. This one's just a simple one for now, but there will be a lot of other cool stuff to come there. Thanks, guys. I hope you found this informational. Check out Scar Blades. Keep your eyes peeled for knife holsters from Cardon holsters in the future. Thanks, and have a great night.